corner somewhere just observing students, but they're actively engaged in the activities that we do on a daily basis. Like when you go to the library, when you try and take out a book, you'll find the military there. Like when you go to the checkout counter, the military officer is literally right there next to you, wanting to engage with you, like, oh, you're taking out a book. Like, actually, first of all, what are you doing here on campus? There's no need to have you on campus. I mean, the same way that our invigilators invigilate our exams, walking up and down, making sure that students aren't, using other material that they shouldn't, is the same thing that the police are using. Like, they come into our exam rooms as they see fit, they walk up and down, they address the students that they want to address, especially students that look suspect, right? So the suspect look would be the comrade look, which is the dreadlocks, the scruffy, didn't take a shower this morning kind of look, which is very popular amongst artists, especially at Wits University. The art students, they're carefree, they're hippie, kind of persona, and dress code is a red flag for private security and the military and the police. So for an example, if you have one of those students in an exam, their exam is disrupted because the military officer will ask, I want to see a student card. Are you really a student writing this course? They're going to want to go check on the register if you should be in this venue. So what we have now is that where everyone is writing, we have a specific role that is dedicated to suspect students. Even though they appear on the list that they should be writing and they are registered for this course, we just don't trust that they're going to behave themselves in the exam. So we have to put them in a specific designated area that will be, looked at by the military, and they'll be guarded by the military. So imagine that, having to write your exam, you're there having to answer, math problems, and you're there having to solve for X, and you can't solve for X because X is standing right in front next to you in a military uniform with a gun at his waist that you can see that is intimidating to you. We're scared. We're really scared. I mean, yes, they were using rubber bullets last year, but this year at the University of the Free State, they started using live ammunition. So if we start here at Wits, we can't be guaranteed that we're going to get the same thing we got last year, which is rubber bullets, because some of us can handle rubber bullets. What happens when we get live ammunition? So there's that fear as well. And one thing that they have been able to do is instill fear in us as students. They've been able to instill fear in the workers as well. They've been able to instill fear in the academics who have been in support of Fees Must Fall, and that has been, one of the tools that they're using, and they're using the police and the military to do so. Whenever we see them walking around campus, we don't even think to gather in groups of 4 or 5. Students have become resolute to the point where they're like, because we understand it's in the court intellect that we can't be inclusive more than 5, because the military is around, we're not even going to try. So now you have social groups like the Black Women Caucus, for an example, that meets every Friday, not being able to meet anymore because, comrades, what the rule is, we can't be a group of more than 5. And Black Women Caucus is a caucus of more than 120 Black women on campus. And the fact that the military is here is a scary part, because in 2015 we didn't have the military, we had the police. Other institutions like TUT did, and UKZN and UWC did. So we had never engaged with the military before, but to see them now at a point where we're not even protesting.